Passing the local residential district, I saw a pioneer guy coming my way. Hey! Dang it. So I'm not the only guy in camp. Well, there goes my only shot. And it was really a pioneer guy, not a pioneer girl. Well, I don't know with that hair. Apparently, there were men even in this Amazon's kingdom. Hello there. You new here? You must be someone, right? And how do you... Why does everyone get closer as soon as you introduce? Everyone already knows I'm Eric. By the way, the real one. You can call me that. Was a robot character appearing in a popular Soviet film and book series. He looked exactly a copy of a school kid called Sergei Chizov. So it's Electronic. Electronic is his name. Alright, I'll call you Electronic. The real one. There was going from crazy to insane. Oh, alright. Yuri already calls me Cheese. Cheese? Why not cauliflower? Because my last name is Cheesevok. Cheesevok. I see. Let me show you around. I accept his offer, and it would be much longer to get. It'd be much longer. What that said. Excuse me. Fine, let's go. Me and Cheese went everywhere together. He went well with wine. We came back to the town square again, where they were preparing the Evangelions for lunch. As if there was no other place to go in this camp. Well, they probably only drew this and 2 other frames, so. Lena was sitting on one of the benches reading some book. Electronic confidently approached. Good morning, Lena. Met the new guy, Simon? He started briskly. Hello. Well, you could say we've already met in a way. I've seen you naked. Yes. I gotta do the shy girl voice. If you wouldn't mind, stop looking at me. She looked away from the book for a moment and glared at me, blushed, and went back to reading, as if not noticing that we were still here. Alright, let's move on. I was at first surprised that meeting this girl was reduced to a couple words, but then I thought that was a better way. Electronics' vigorous activities did not fit well with Lena's shyness. But let's go. Such chipper music. We're in oppressive dictatorship. No, they weren't a dictatorship yet. Or, well, anyways. It was communism. Oppressive communism? I don't know. Because it wasn't. Anyways, enough geopolitical drunkenness over. Next, we came to a building which I instantly identified as the Canteen. And this here, I know, this is where you consume organic food. Yeah, something like that. On the Canteen's porch, there stood the unfriendly girl who hit me in the back earlier. At her sight, my joking mood vanished in a blink of an eye. Really, now is not the best time to pull this guy's leg, even though it'd be quite hilarious. First, I need to figure out what here, or at least where I am. Hey, her over there, that's Alice. Alice, that name. Be cautious around her. He was speaking in a whisper. Don't ever risk calling her Divichek. She doesn't like that. Diva means two in Russia, which whole nickname sounds like Tuche. In Russia refers to the late Tuche.ru anonymous image board. Oh, I see. What did you say? A little wee came out as Electronic shocked himself. In a blink of an eye, Alice jumped down from the porch and dashed towards us. All right, you'll manage from here onwards. Electronic took to his heels. Run after him, do nothing. Hey now. Alice, running past, stopped for a moment and growled. I'll deal with you later. Deal with me? What did I do wrong? I added a forceful, guilty smile to my words. But what am I guilty of? She made no reply and went on chasing electronic. And the music slowly died as she now has music that follows her. Ellipses. Look, I have to kill my time alone. I know something you could do. Waiting for dinner. I decided to go east. At least in that direction, where the east would have been in my world. Oh hey, a new screen. Soon after that, I found myself in a football pitch. A game was in full swing. I guess watching it for a bit wouldn't do any harm. In my childhood and in my teen years, by the way, you still haven't established how old you are in relations to all of them. I was not a bad player, even though thought of going professional, but I took an arrow to a knee. A few injuries in a row killed my desire and risk to health's sake in certain game. Okay. Kids of different ages were running through the pitch. Excuse me. I could see a boy about 10 and a girl about 14 years old. A girl? Hey, that's Yuri. All right, she plays football. Huh? What's so surprising? She seems to be a restless one after all. I was standing quite far from the pitch, but she still noticed me. Hey, Yule! Yuri shouted. You wanna play? I did not know how to answer. On the one hand, it's no big deal running around for 10 minutes. On the other hand, any wrong move in my situation could be a final one. But in any case, my attire wasn't suitable for the weather. If I played in winter boots and warm jeans, I would sweat like a pig. A socialist pig. No, wait a minute. It's a capitalist pig. I would sweat like a capitalist pig. And playing barefoot and without jeans would simply be unethical. Playing naked would be fine, and that would make things interesting. But it wasn't that kind of camp. Maybe another time, alright? I shouted in response, turned around, and walked back. I was followed by Yuri's screams about my pants or about me being a pansy or pussy or something like that. Ellipses kept following me wherever I went. The evening was falling, making me feel tired and empty after a day wasted for no real purpose. Damn you, Ellipses. What was his name? That's going to bug me. Oh, well. I mean, the guy from Evangelion. I came back to the square. Was it Gammon? Anyways, I came back to the square, sat down on a bench, and threw an exalted sigh. I better sit here and wait for dinner. After all, it's easier to search for questions when you're not hungry. They do give food to people here, right? You know, it's curious how the simplest human needs can break the will to ponder on things, to strive for something. Because you need to pee or you need to eat. Trust me, all other things go by the wayside when you have to do either or. I feel hungry now, and I care much less about whether I am or what is happening to me. About where I am, excuse me. Could great people also be affected by this? And in such cause, how did Spartacus start a slave uprising in ancient times? I can only conclude that I am not a great person, and it does not really matter which mechanism I serve as a gear. Society, matrix, or a weird prisoner camp. Pioneer camp, even. My thoughts were interrupted by the bells chiming from the loudspeaker on the light pole. Over here? It must be the dinner call. I headed towards the canteen. It was good thing that now I knew where it was. Olga was there, standing on the porch, with her hips slightly ajar. Just that way she's standing, constantly standing like that. Anyways, I stopped and looked closely at her, 3 inches away from her face, as if I was expecting. She looked back at me for a while, but at last she came closer. Simon, what are you waiting for? Come in already. Guessing Guess nothing bad can happen if I come with her. She might get mad if we come before her. Hey now. Anyways, my stomach backed me up here. Oh, nice. Look, pink, green hair, blue hair. Excuse me. I was drinking whiskey. I had a chance to visit a factory canteen at some point in my life. This one was exactly the same, just maybe a bit cleaner and more modern. There you go, some... It's weird. So they have the usual propaganda that you would think would be in this kind of situation. Again, they have the same thing in American camps in the younger days, especially during the Red Scare. But this was, you said 21st century? Anyways, but I mean, it's just weird that it's mixed with a medical diagram here. Oh well. Metal chairs, table, glazed tiles on the walls and floors, tableware with the occasional rack. Guess that's what a canteen in a pioneer camp was supposed to look like. As I burp, she looks at me strangely. Simon, wait a moment. We'll find you a place to sit. She looked around the place. Diva! Hold it right there. Olga shouted at Elisa, who was passing by. Yeah, what you want? What's up with your clothes? Anything wrong with it? Hey, I make this look good, sister. Indeed, her attire looked somewhat provocative. Get your uniform nice and neat now. All right. Oh, Alice got her shirt right and walked past, shooting an unpleasant glare at me. So, where can we find you a place to sit? There was a lot of free seats. Go over there, next to you, Yura. Yeah, it's fine. The food's already on the table, too. I had no other choice but to accept. Of course, there was probably that the cutlet was poisoned or with cura and mashed potatoes generously seasoned with acidic. The glass was filled with antifreeze instead of kumpat. Kumpat is a drink, maybe. Okay. Anyways, but it all looked so tasty that I had no chance but to resist. Speaking of things that look tasty, is that speaking of Evangelion, man, you are short. Hey, what'd you want? I replied rather rudely to Yuri's, who was sitting next to me. Why didn't you play football with us? Because of my clothes, said, pointing at the source of the problem. At my nuts. Which is about where you'd be pointing at, I guess. All right, then, eat. However, there wasn't much left to eat. The cutlet was missing from my plate. Only she could have done it. No, more precisely, none but Yuri could do it. Give me back my cutlet, you bastard. In a big family, you snooze, you lose. It can cost you your cutlass if you're careless. Give it back, I'm telling you. Santa Claus is coming to town. What? Attempt to take the cutlet, don't... Oops, okay. I look at her mincingly and was about to reach out my hand. See, I don't have it. But indeed, Yuri's plate was empty. It seemed that the little girl eats as fast as she steals someone's cutlass. Take it easy. We'll work something out now. She grabbed... I was about to make the joke about her grabbing something else. She grabbed my plate and ran off. There was no point in following her. If they wanted to poison me here, they could only done it much easier way. About a minute later, Yuri returned and handed me a plate with a smoking hot cutlet on it. That's a lot of potatoes. Here's one for the starving. Thanks. It was all I could say. I was so hungry that my suspicion was gone in a flash. I picked up the cutlet and with the fork and... What the hell? Some bug. No, not a bug. An insect. It's got legs and it's wiggling. The plate fell on the floor and broke. I dislike insects since I was a child, but whenever those creepy crawlies appear on my plate, that's just way too much. You little whore! Yuri seemed ready for such a twist that she was already at the door laughing as if she had heard the stand-up joke. I dashed towards her. We ran out of the canteen. We were just a few dozen meters apart and I felt I would catch the little girl easily. We ran through the square. We ran without a care. We ran down the stairs, past the clubhouse, and into the forest path. I started to gasp for breath. I should have quit smoking, I guess. Yuri passed out of sight on the next turn. It can't be true that she managed to get away from me. It simply can't. I was starting to catch my breath again. The evening was falling. Looks like I'm lost. It's a bad idea to stay in the woods at night. Better get back to camp. However, I have no clue which way to go whatsoever. Well, gotta choose at random. Ellipses.